So this is a mini tutorial on how to make your own runes. I'm doing this specifically for the mini quest that I'm doing this weekend as an NPC, and as part of kind of my ritual circle area, I wanted to have runes. That'd be easier to do them on rocks, as opposed to trying to do them with the magic salt or sugar or powder or whatever I was going to end up using. I'll put a link below for the rest of the summoning circle if you're interested in that. But this can be used for any sort of LARP, and you could potentially even do it for reenactment if you actually looked back and tried to find some historical documents of what runes were used from fortune tellers and things like that, which would be really cool. And if you do that, please tag me. If you make your own runes, please tag me. I want to see what you guys come up with. I love it. Perfect. So I have my little secret book of secrets here. This has got all my kind of LARPing stuff and stuff for the YouTube channel. So on here, I've actually written out what my little circle will look like and the Scandinavian runes that I've picked. Now, be careful because you'll find the exact same runes and 10 different meanings for them. The thing is, they do have a lot of different meanings, and different people could be referencing different things, and it's very much into interpretation, which is part of the fun of runes. So I just found some that I liked the meaning of, and they were like Viking runes, so they fit the setting that I'm going into. So I only need 3. I'm doing one that means gift, which I'll post there with its name of what it actually is. Day or awakening, or embarking on enterprise. That's the one I'm focusing on, and one that's foresight. So I found some other ones that say the exact same things mean something else, but these meanings fit mine, so I'm going to use those. Now, if you were going to do a full set of runes, definitely just find a full set that you like, or even if you have, I've printed out a couple here, even if you have like a massive list like this, I don't know if you can really see there, but for this one, like there's a lot, right? In order for your character to learn all of those and their meaning, if you wanted to do some fortune telling in game, it'd be quite difficult. So I would even start with like 10 runes and get really comfortable with knowing what they are so that you can kind of play it. And honestly, fake it. If you don't remember what that rune means, it means whatever you want it to now. So you can get ones that are exactly the same so they feel the same when people are picking them, or you can do what I'm doing. My character is super rough though. She's more like witch doctor, voodoo, creepy sort of thing. So I basically want her runes to reflect that, and for them to just gone outside and grabbed a few rocks with my dog. He was very excited to help in this endeavor. And then I can just hand paint on there the runes that I want. So all I'm doing is taking a fine paintbrush. So it's better if it's got a smaller edge there. I'm using just plain black acrylic paint that I got really cheap from like a reject shop. So I didn't spend a lot of money on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my little reference there in my book open. And I'm just going to try and mimic it as much as possible. Cool. So my first one here is going to be embarking on enterprise. So I'm just going to do it, I'm going to do it quite rough. Because I don't think hers would be perfect, and I like the idea that she's done them by hand. So that is the rune for day, awakening, embarking on enterprise, according to the thing I found. If you have a historically accurate one, again, post that below. I'd love to see it. This one is gift or exchanges. Much more exchanges with this character than gifts. She's not a very giving person, and it's just an X, basically. That one's really nice and easy. And I think this super lumpy one will be perfect for foresight. Okay, so yeah, that's how I painted the runes on the stones, but I have some other ideas for you of how to use runes in your kit to really take it up a notch. And you can use any runes, not just Viking runes, but I have some little examples that I've found just offline for you. And a lot of them were from Pinterest and things like that. So if you own any of these photos or you did them, let me know and I will put some photo credits down below. Sadly, it's kind of hard with Pinterest to find who they are. So you can definitely put them on stones like I've done. You can also do sticks. This is really, really cool. You can do either, if you get a bigger branch and slice it into rounds, you can burn them in. There's little wood burning kits you can get pretty affordably, or you can paint them on just the same. Or you can actually take sticks and you cut them into lengths and kind of whittle part of it off so that you have that kind of white to write on so you can really read them. Again, you can paint, you can burn, or you can even take like a Sharpie and just use the fine end, or if they're bigger, use the other end, right? The next thing you can put them on are gemstones. There are some pretty affordable gemstones out there that you can get. And a lot of the time little local shops will have them, or you can go online and get either a mix of different shapes, or you can get ones that are exactly the same and identical, so when you pull it out you won't know what they are, because you might get used to how certain ones feel. Popsicle sticks is another one, and it's very affordable. You can even paint the popsicle sticks first and then paint them black and then do white writing on them for the runes. It would look really awesome. I couldn't find a photo of that, but definitely a good idea. Little glass bits. You can get these at pretty much any craft store. A lot of the time they have them at the dollar store in the States. I remember seeing them. They'll sometimes even have them at pet stores for in the bottom of fish tanks. So lots of places to get those, pretty affordable, and they look epic. Taking it up a couple notches, you can actually put runes on your armor. You could easily etch or engrave or paint on to actual armor as well, or leather armor, you could sew it. It is very hard to sew on leather, so know what you're getting into with that. But you definitely can do that. Which takes me to the rest of your kit, your soft kit. I have seen some really awesome things where they've got around their hood all sorts of runes, which is awesome. Or even making like a little patch of fabric that you attach at your hip that's got some runes on it. One of the Northies had that from this mini quest, and I just thought it was awesome. Quite a few of them had runes stitched into their kit, which is something once you notice up close, you're like, that's really, really cool, and has a lot of meaning. So definitely that is something I'd recommend. You can also do cards. So think of like tarot cards, but with runes on them. You can even take a cheap set of playing cards, paint over them, let it dry. So paint them all, again, we'll say black for whatever, and then write in white over them. Or you can go a different way, just make sure it's something dark enough, or use a good primer to color them, and then you've actually got cards. And you can use like a clear acrylic paint to seal it all so it sticks pretty well. And you could even do cool drawings or paintings if you're that talented. I am not, I wish I was, but that's really good. Another thing you can do is coins. You can buy coins that already have runes on them. It's a little harder to get writing on the coins, but you can definitely do it. And finally, one of my favorite ideas is actually using runes with henna to give yourself tattoos for an event. Keep in mind, henna does last a few weeks. So if you have to go back to work, putting them on your face might not be a great idea, but arms, hands, back, chest, side, whatever you've got that's showing, even like on your leg, it would be really, really cool. And you can do more than just like 1 or 2 runes. You could do like a whole spiral sort of thing with different things along with the runes, and it would add a lot to your character. One more warning with henna though, please test it if you've never had henna done, because you might have an allergic reaction. So as someone who has a lot of allergies and sensitivities, definitely just pick like a little spot like there or something and just do a little drop, leave it for as long as you're going to leave the henna on, come back and see how it goes, make sure it doesn't itch or have a rash or do something horrible. Perfect, so I think that's all of my ideas. If you have other ways that you incorporate runes into your LARP or your kit, please comment below. If you make any of these things after watching this video, please tag me. I want to see them. I want to see your beautiful creative selves. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you keep watching these. Hopefully you're finding them useful. If you do, definitely subscribe so you can see what I've got coming up. Thanks so much, guys.